Probably no one thought about using this. Just a thought. I have a question. Am I able to just switch it up completely? Because I hear all these great speeches and I'm like, mine is pretty bogus compared to most.
It's your 3 minutes.
All right, cool. Let's get this crap out of here. So anyway, my name is Nathan Young. Good morning, everyone. Hi, King. How are you? Anyway, I decided to change up my speech to something that's a life-changing event and also, technically speaking, an object. I like to write a lot for fun. When I go home, I look out the window and I try to find things that inspire me or thoughts I have inspire me, friends that inspire me. And so I just sit down and I write. Sometimes it could be 10 minutes, sometimes it could be an hour, sometimes even days rather. I don't specifically write short stories. I'm not into that. I'm not into novels. I put my writing into poetry. I'm not a writing major. I'm not an English major at all. My brother is. He teaches here. And I just decided to change it to that because it's something that really, really impacts me. When I was 14 years old and a freshman in high school, my teacher, Mrs. Bernard, she saw that I was always doing really, really well in the poetry aspect of the class. And she decided, why not try to focus on that, hone in on my emotions, because I was a really, really troubled child back then. And so I decided to write poetry all the time. And it helped me out a lot. I figured out what kind of person I wanted to be in life. And going through that change from freshman year to senior year when I had her again, she noticed a huge change in me. But not to the point where I was comfortable with myself. I still continued writing, but it was in the same aspect of negativity, dark emotions, unhappiness, depression, anger, stuff like that. You know, the typical teenager emotions that we all go through, but we don't necessarily talk about. And currently, right now, I write various themes. I'm not really depressed anymore. I don't really talk about anger and sadness. I mostly talk about things that affected me at some point in my life. I tend to put my mind back into that position where I was before, write about it, and then I go back to how I was before. In terms of music that's influenced me, it's mostly old school rock bands, some rap artists, some hip hop artists. I don't know, have you guys listened to, well, currently I'm into Watsky and Atmosphere, if any of you guys have heard of them. All right, cool. Before I leave, I would like to read something to you guys, if you'd like to hear it. This current one was about going through ending my addiction to cigarettes, actually. I've been off cigarettes for 3 weeks now. This is my second time attempting to quit. I feel like I'm doing a better job at it. I don't have any cravings. But this specific one was about my relationship with my girlfriend and having this addiction with it, to cigarettes. So, sorry, this is very impromptu, I apologize. All right. I gave her a lighter when I told her I'd quit, but the feeling of death was loving, I admit. So I told her it was over, guess that was a lie, still filling my lungs with ash, letting me cry. She was heartbroken, but her spirit resolved, persuading the killer to stop being involved. I never lit one up in front of those loving eyes, ashamed of losing out on my greatest prize. Weeks turned into months, I began to feel weaker. Lord knows that her concern grew steeper. Endless coughs broke the silence night, but I lit another one up just to spite. I saw that worried look on her face, and I missed the smile that once took place. I looked deep inside my own reflection, realizing the grim future of this infection. Lit one up, then blew it out, the road to freedom now en route. She held me close and held me tight, content that this was the end to her fright. And this was the original speech. I'm a dweeb. I don't look like a nerd, I don't think. But yeah, there's that.
World of